Why would a church need to be revived? It's dying. That time will never come. Yet, when must we receive revival and reformation, friends? My chart from left, Benny the Pope. When? Before the mark of the beast, my friends. And yet, we are told, if you're looking to see the whole church revived, this dying church, that time never come. When must you and I turn? It's now, friends. All right, I'm finished. Will you turn today? All right. Do you know angels have put in your books in heaven, you got this opportunity to be saved? Do you know if you just trifle it away, you'll be held accountable? Will you say, God, help me to be consistent spiritually? Will you, friends? All right. But what if you go and tell your family members what you heard, what you read, what you experienced today, and they try to discourage you? What will you say? Don't go back to that church. He's a fanatic. Offshoot. What would you say? But by their fruits you shall know them. You come and taste and see. Beloved, I'm smiling now. But a time is upon us, you won't smile much longer. Look at this right here. Volume 5, Current Events. Volume 5, page 451. I got 10 minutes to wrap this up. In Volume 5, give me 15. In Volume 5, page 451, it says, red words. It says, once, blue words, once Protestants unite with the papacy, red words, asunder law, our country shall repudiate every principle of its what, my friends? Its constitution as a what? A Protestant and a Republican government. Hold on now. Why would I repeat President Trump attempting to alter the 14th Amendment? I've been showing you this since 3 weeks ago. I won't spend much time here. Come down. Red words. Bottom. It says, headline, Trump claims authority to alter the 14th Amendment with what, friends? Executive order. Skip on down. If we let him alter the highest law in the land with an executive order, we have abandoned the republic and have instituted a monarchy. Couldn't be any clearer. Now hear me carefully. Whether Trump does this or not is not the point. The mere fact they have conjured up that thought. The mere fact they believe he can do it with a stroke of a pen. If he can alter one, what stops him from altering all the others? The mere fact they're thinking he could do it is a sign we are nearer than we believe. Because Sister White says, when the Son of the Lord is near, what happens, my friends? Our country, red words, shall repudiate every principle of its, as a what? A Protestant and what, my friends? Republican government. Then comes that Sunday law. October 31st, 2017, they said the death of Protestantism. Now we have come October, November 2018, Trump with a stroke of a pen can amend our constitution, which will destroy republicanism and institute a monarchy. Are we not here, my friends? Watch carefully. So when must we receive revival and reformation? Now, all right, get back here. October 31st, watch carefully. Alabama justice urges Supreme Court to address the logical fallacy in what? Roe v. Wade. Now we know that's abortion, right? Let me reference this. They're saying, how could you say that if a man kills a pregnant woman, that's double homicide? Make sense? Right? Double homicide. But now a woman can abort a child and it's okay. And now under that canopy, umbrella. Guys, now they're saying, federal government, give the power back to the states to make the decision. What happened in the 1880s when every state in the southern field of America had power? They made a state religion, Sunday, and persecuted Seventh-day Adventists. And what are they calling back for? The power to be brought back to where? The states, my friends. All right, I urge the Supreme Court to consider the Roe exception and to overrule this constitutional aberration. It's strange. Return the what, my friends? The power to the states. Now, which amendment hindered the states? The 14th Amendment. What a connection. The same amendment, Trump says, I can amend with the stroke of a pen. A.T. Jones says, in the 1880s, speaking of the efforts to get the Supreme Court to come to the relief of the Seventh-day Adventists in Tennessee and Georgia, who had been sent to the chain gang for doing secular work on Sunday. The Chicago Tribune says, the question of religion appears to be one that those which the framers of the U.S. Constitution deem it best to leave to where, my friends? The states. So the states said, Sunday is our day. And if you break Sunday, we will send you to the chain gang. Seventh-day Adventists were sent to the chain gang. And now they're saying, bring the power back to what? The states? Wake up, my friends. All right, past that. By the way, he's urging what group of men? Supreme Court. Who is Trump putting on the Supreme Court? Not only Brett Kavanaugh, but these men are called originalists. Meaning, what did the framers of the Constitution mean when they wrote it? And all these men believe the states must receive back their autonomy from the federal government. As Trump says, I am going to give power back to the states. Sunday law is coming, my friend. Look at this. Watch carefully. October 4th, a separation of church and state was not the intent of our founding fathers. Watch carefully. It says, the Christian faith has been the national religion of the U.S. since its conception. While some people believe that there should be a separation of the practice of Christianity in our schools and government, this was certainly not the intent of the founding fathers and the writers of the what, my friends? Who were mainly Christian and promoted Christianity. Were the framers all Christians? No. Some were atheists. Now, when you bring religion back into government, what do you have? Church and state. Now they say, come on, down here, it says, watch carefully, is giving everyone all the drugs they want going to make things better? No. Is giving the rich all the money they want going to make things better? No. Last sentence. Is promoting Christianity going to make things better? It always has. When must we receive revival and reformation? Watch carefully. Alabama, what happened in Alabama, my friends? They said in Alabama, a Seventh-day Adventist was what? Why? What day was he working on? Is that coming again, my friends? Look at this. Let me skim through this. The Alabama Baptist of August 9th, whose motto is, speaking the truth in love, replies, when a statement was written calling on all Christians to join in protest, blue words, against the imprisonment of Mr. Capps. Who was Mr. Capps? This is in the 1880s. Why was he imprisoned? Because Sunday was the state religion in Alabama. Listen what the Baptist said. The people of Tennessee, like those of other states, by statute law, recognize the Christian Sabbath as God's holy day. And they declared that certain things must what? Not be done on that day. Mr. Capps did one of those things and thereby, in other words, we're not sorry for him. And now they want to bring power back to where? There it is. Trump is saying what? He will push for what? Returning power to where? The state is a what? Come on, friends, know your history. Come back here. There it is. We are giving power back to what, my friends? Ah, beloved, look at this one. This is E.J. Wagner, 1880s. He says, in Alabama, watch carefully. He says, watch. This is what the Babylonians were saying. In Alabama, in Tennessee, in Georgia, in Arkansas. Watch. Second paragraph. The law does not compel him, Mr. Capps, to violate his convictions by working on Saturday. Neither should Mr. Capps violate the law and the convictions of the people by working on their holy day. Watch carefully now. If Mr. Capps cannot have the state law changed to suit his what? Religious views, then Mr. Cap, the Seventh-day Adventist, ought to go where there's no such law. That means if you don't like Alabama, leave. If you don't like Tennessee, leave. Georgia, leave. Arkansas, leave. Texas, leave. Where? Florida, leave. You made sure you said Florida, right? Leave. Now, this reminds me of Matthew 10, where Jesus says, if they persecute you in one city, flee to the next, and you won't go to all the cities. I will come. Matthew 10, my friends. This happened in the 1880s. You don't like it, leave. And Trump is saying, I will return power to where? Come on. If you think we're finished, you better put on your seatbelts. Watch this. October 29th, headline says, Christian fascism comes to Brazil. To what continent? Not Brazil. What continent? South America. The new president, name is Bolsonaro. He promises what, my friends? A Christian theocracy in Brazil. I wonder what he said. Now, as I read this, tell me whose language you're hearing. October 29th. Watch carefully. Promising to restore law and order and prioritize family values. Who is that? Whose rhetoric? The Pope of Rome. Evangelicals. Christian fascist Jair Bolsonaro. He won 55.2% of votes cast, making him the next president of Latin America's largest nation and the world's fourth. Watch this now. More important, in a campaign speech, he said his intention was to promote what? A Christian theocracy for Brazil, declaring God above everything. There is no such thing as this secular state. The state Brazil is Christian, and the minority will have to change if they can. The minorities will have to adapt to the position of the majority. That's just south of the border we're talking about here, friends, in America. South America. Remember now, what happened in the old world is coming to where? The new world. All right, next paragraph. after his victory, Bolsonaro told his jubilant supporters he was going to do what? Change Brazil. He says, red words, we are going to change the destiny of... What's a theocracy? In his acceptance speech, Bolsonaro promised to govern according to what? Now, who recently in America, in the Trump's cabinet, was saying we must follow the biblical principle of Romans 13? Jeff Sessions. And who surrounds them? Who are the ones on the advisory board? Ah, beloved, come on, walk with me here, past that. Next line. In addition, this man stands for what? Torture and murder of political opponents, and the Christians, so-called in Brazil, love him for it. Now, what religious affiliation do you think Bolsonaro belongs to? He's a Roman Catholic, my friends. Watch carefully. That was South America. Come just north now. North America. Watch carefully. What's that word again? Wait a minute. You mean in South America theocracy? And North America theocracy? That video we did, my brothers, that documentary from a monarch, the mortal dangers of a monarchy and theocracy is right on time. Come on here. It says, watch carefully, theocracy will come to Washington State if this congressman has his way. November 2nd. What is he saying? The manifesto he wrote, his name is Matt Shea, conjures up images of a holy army that will overturn marriage equality, same-sex marriage, legal abortion, as well as ban idolatry and occultism, openly proclaiming that God is a warrior. The document chillingly lays down rules for dealing with those who refuse to obey biblical law. Those people should first be given a chance to surrender, but if they choose to resist, they should be invaded, conquered, and in some cases killed. Shea has long championed far-right causes and hangs out with groups that advocate that America is a Christian nation. Many of, friends, for him to make that statement, because somebody would say, but pastor, he's only just one congressman. For him to make this statement, it shows he knows other people believe the same. And let me show you now that it is so. Other folks do believe the same. Does this not sound like great controversy? When the mark of the beast is enforced, will we be given a chance first to bow? And if we don't, then comes what? No, fines. And if we persist, what happens next? No, imprisonment. Notice, no, to imprison you, they must come for you. They must invade your privacy, right? All right. And after imprisonment, some will be put to death, martyrs. Is it coming, friends? A theocracy would bring this? Watch carefully. Next paragraph. They go, these same folks who he belongs to, they go by different names. What names? Christian Reconstructionists. Theonomists. What's that word next? Don't forget that. Dominists or Christian nationalists. Many of them argue for a society based on the legalistic books of the Bible, especially Leviticus. Then why not follow the Sabbath in the book of Leviticus? I'm closing. In their view, anyone who fails to follow all of the laws outlined in these books, even the complex dietary restrictions, should be imprisoned or killed. Next sentence. this media platform is saying Republicans are not going to take control of Congress November 6th, the midterms. Last sentence, they are in for an awakening. Last sentence, yet recent events have proven to us once again that religious and political extremism is alive and well in our nation. Last sentence, advocates of what, friends? Theocracy are weird. Who are they? Who are these folks right here? And what are they called? Dominionists, Reconstructionists, and Paula White belongs to that group. Kenneth Copeland, Dominionist. Robert Jeffries from Texas, Dominionist. And these are the people who advise President Trump. And they believe they are all, I mean, friends, can we see where we are? And they call themselves what? POTUS. POTUS. Shield, my friends. And before the crisis, what must we receive? Kneel with me. Father in heaven, oh church revived.